So recently it came to my attention that I did one simple thing wrong that completely ruined my short film. So let's talk about it. There's not a ton left. Let's use it anyways. Today we are brewing Cirque Weirdo. It's a 50-50 Guatemala mix. It is roasted in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've got a dope coffee shop. This is very fruity and very refreshing and delicious. Definitely check it out. All right, welcome to Coffee Break. My name is Skylar. I'm a director and a producer here in the Atlanta area. And this is the show where we talk about filmmaking and we talk about coffee. Gosh. Guys, this is really good coffee, and this is not sponsored. This is just really good coffee. Recently, I was teaching a class on filmmaking and storytelling. During this class, I wanted to show one of our older films. It was actually the second film that I had written, very heavy on like character and dialogue, and I was trying a few different things. As I was teaching this, I kind of wanted to show like, hey, this is something we made early on. There are a bunch of things that I learned, and now we're making different things. And I use this as an example of growth, and like, there's things that I would change, like lighting, or camera direction, and specifically some story beats that I would change. But as I was teaching this, I realized I made one big mistake that completely changes the film if I had made this change. If you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to go watch it. I'm going to link it right here and then down in the description. But basically the premise is there's a CIA agent and evil scientist. The CIA agent, his whole goal is to stop the evil scientist from executing his plan, and the scientist's whole goal is to execute his plan. Starts out, CIA agent knocks on the door, punches him in the face, and then the evil scientist tases him back.
Get out!
Okay, this is like an awkward exchange watching it like 5 years later. What happens in the film is that the CIA agent wakes up after getting tased and he's tied up, and the evil scientist is essentially interrogating him from across the room. Again, what the CIA agent wants is to stop him from executing his plan, which is to hit this red button that sends a rocket into space. All he has to do is hit this red button. I don't know if you're picking up on this. You realize the scientist could just go ahead and hit the red button anytime he wants. There's nothing keeping him from that. The agent is already tied up. He's already taken care of. He doesn't even have to respond to him. But there's this back and forth dialogue that would have played out so much differently had I switched up a couple things.
Hey, we're not done here. Oh, we're done all right.
So you've got a scientist who wants to hit this red button to launch this rocket into space, which he can easily do because there's nothing keeping him from that. The only thing keeping him from that is the conversation. And there's this CIA agent that wants to stop this guy, but he's tied up. And then eventually he just like essentially magically gets out of the restraints to try to stop him. This film is like 5 minutes and some odd seconds, but honestly it could be like 2 or 3 minutes, and all you have to do is one simple thing. You just flip the roles. Oh crap, my candle tripod isn't working. Okay, anyways, so I'm realizing if I just switch the positions of these two characters, I can completely fix this script. Let's go back to very basic story structure. You need a character that wants something, and you need conflict. Otherwise, you don't have a story. And arguably, you almost don't have a story here, or at least you've wasted my time getting to the story by the end of the sketch. So, here's how to fix this whole short film. CIA agent knocks on the door, scientist goes, opens the door. Pizza delivery, punches scientist in the face, cut to black, or you cut to the title. Boom. There's no awkward like exchange and then the taser and whatever. So instead of the agent being tied up, now you have the scientist who's tied up, and across the room between the scientist and the red button that launches the rocket, you have the CIA agent. There are two things that are stopping the scientist from getting what he wants. One are the ropes that he's tied up with, and you have this cocky CIA agent that is also keeping him from getting what he wants. Now there's 2 points of conflict between where the scientist is and what the scientist wants. So immediately off the bat, the agent gets what he wants, and now we have a story with conflict. And so then you're rooting for the scientist to break free from the ropes and to defeat the agent. And then when he hits the button, all of a sudden you're like, yes, he finally got what he wanted. Boom. basic story. And somehow I missed this. And somehow years later, I'm like, light bulb, that's what it was missing the entire time. And you can still have some of this like witty dialogue back and forth, like some of the storytelling, but there's more tension that's built if the roles are completely reversed.
You can't do that! Oh, really? Yeah, I already did!
So the point of this coffee break is when you're writing your characters, when you're telling a story, there's always a character or characters that want something, and there's conflict that's involved. And from there, you can iron out the details, you can write in the dialogue, but that's the very, very simple mistake that I completely missed when I was writing my second short film. So if you want to go watch it again, check it out. It's called Evil Dr. Wadsworth and the Diabolical Rocket Plot. It's too much of a title. It was also too much dialogue and not enough story. There you go. So now you can see what I've learned since I made that back then. And if you want to check out any of our other videos, feel free to. You're already here on YouTube, so go check them out. So thanks for tuning into Coffee Break. If you don't want to miss the next one, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you later. Peace.